everybody, and welcome to Whiskey at Work. You know, the swallow.
This is another one of your bad ideas.
This is a bad idea because I'm drinking what you paid for. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Whiskey at Work with my buddy Rob. And the Scotch Nest Monster is back. It's gonna be a fun episode. Is it? Is this gonna be fun? This could be.
Why are you making me do this so early?
What do you mean early? We're still on the clock.
I know, but it's
on a Monday.
It's earlier.
Oh, we're doing it a day early. I got a lot of interviews this week, and so I had to
More
bump this
important
up.
than this one?
No, yeah, some kind of are, maybe a little. Some that actually make us money. Some of those kind of interviews I might have to be doing. This could be our first ever just straight up review of a bourbon. I don't think we've ever just done that without having a story or something behind the stuff we've drank, have we?
No, but that is smooth, isn't it?
Boy. What is it? What are we getting out of that? Again, not experts. Don't understand.
I know, we're not Gabe. We're not. Oh, I smell
Right.
Dusty Barn. Like,
We don't
what?
understand the nuances. And again, jealous. Really quick, we
Little bit
got
of
to
truth
do
in
a
that.
fun meetup with a bunch of other whiskey enthusiasts around here. There's a group that we're on Facebook that kind of covers the state of South Dakota.
No, Dakota whiskey territory.
Yeah.
Right?
And these guys are serious about what they drink. I mean,
Some of them.
yeah.
Then there's me.
It's been really fun. And so we got to do this little mini meetup last week and drink some. Just get it out of the way. What did we drink?
We got to drink the Rob store pick of New Riff or
New
Timmins
Riff.
Market.
And that's what everybody ended up picking as
I
their
know.
favorite too that night out of the
When
four.
you're right,
wasn't
you're
it?
right. I don't know what to say.
Anyway, they are a lot of fun, and we met some new people and reconnected with some guys, or a guy that I went to high school with that uses a fake name, Facebook. I won't reveal your true identity, but that was fun. And then we met up with a guy named Gabe, is a big part of this.
Yeah, Gabe is an Air Force transplant guy that has a collection of booze that would make a lot of grocery stores or liquor stores jealous.
Well, he was in Japan for 6 years, I think he said, and that's where. And I want to talk to him more about that because he said that he was able to get bourbons over there that weren't sold in the United States.
I think that's still the case.
Well, I don't understand that. Why aren't they sold here?
Because
Do
the
you know?
United States hates us.
They hate themselves, Rob? Is that it? Are they emo? Is the United
think,
States kind of emo?
I think part of it started because they were shipping some of it over back in the 80s because there wasn't a huge bourbon market here at the time. So they were exploring other markets. And now that those markets have taken off and have a head start on what they're selling here, I'm guessing that's why they make some of those things available there and not here.
That would make sense. And that's probably why his collection is as big as it is.
I'm making that up.
And numerous times at our little whiskey meetup, Gabe did say, hey, if you guys ever want to try some of these, you just let me know.
That was the wrong thing
That
to
was
say, Gabe.
probably the wrong thing to say. No, but it was fun meeting all of those guys, and I can't wait to do more of these. And I know we'll get to see them again at Mountain West Whiskey Festival.
I'd
which
really
is
like
March
to
5th.
limit it. 4 of them was a lot. I
Right.
don't know who planned that one.
It was fun. That was fun. But yeah, I need to be able to leave these events and get 30 miles back home on that same evening.
Yeah, I need to just get home without getting in trouble.
But we have been sitting on this bottle of Evan Williams single barrel vintage.
Since September 3rd,
Well,
2021.
That's when it was put in the barrel March 6th in 2013 and bottled on September 2nd of 2021. An 8-year-old
It's my
bourbon in
sister's
there.
birthday.
Who is?
September 2nd. It's my sister's birthday.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
To throw in
You probably
randomly in the middle of this conversation.
You probably
Sure.
don't know her.
No. My God. We've talked about the Evan Williams Bottled and Bond before, though, because it's like a $17 bottle of bourbon that is amazing.
Yeah, we
Really
did
good.
that. We hit a couple of Evan Williams when we were doing the bottom shelf thing a while back, and I found that I really like even the black Black Label
Didn't
itself.
have that. Really? It was pretty good?
I went, yeah. And then the Bottled and Bond was pretty good. And I haven't had the 1793. Is that what it is?
Is that an Evan Williams too?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, the single barrel now, too.
Well, Evan Williams, it's a lot like Jack Daniels. Evan Williams was an actual guy. Welsh, I believe, came here in like 1780, settled in Louisville, Kentucky. Guess he was a big construction guy. Built a lot of
1783, that would make more sense, wouldn't it?
17, yeah, I don't know, somewhere around there. But he was a big part of the history of Louisville, Kentucky. And his distillery, he did distill some stuff, kind of went under, kind of non-existent for a number of years. And then in the Prohibition times, I believe that distillery on those grounds started up again and turned into Heaven Hill.
Heaven Hill took over the
Right.
Evan Williams brand.
Yeah, and that you'll know from
Elijah Craig, Henry McKenna,
Larceny.
Is it the Bernheim?
The Bernheim is another one. What else did they have on that list? Old Fitzgerald
Old Fitzgerald.
is another one from Heaven Hill. So that's, researching a little bit of that today, I was kind of surprised. I didn't realize they had that big of a lineup. But that's pretty, I mean, it's pretty impressive when you look into it a little bit. They've got some damn good bourbons.
Well, I think it's one more reason to go out and try the Bourbon Trail out there. I mean,
Oh, that would be so. Who wants to finance that for us?
Bruner. Bruner, what are you doing?
Dan, let's go. All we need is plane ticket, food, and my gas money.
I've already
That's it.
bought enough at your store for my own ticket.
Yours is
I'm
prepaid
pretty
already.
sure.
You're ready to
Just
go.
Take that out of my credit.
Heaven Hill is also the largest independent family-owned bourbon distillery in the world. So that's a pretty impressive.
A little misleading though, ain't it?
Yeah, I suppose it would be, wouldn't it?
Not a lot of bourbon being made in Scotland.
Right. So the largest independent family-owned bourbon distillery in the country. But I guess you can say world because there's nothing else out
No
there.
one else can make it.
So in this bottle, less than $30 for an 8-year-old bourbon. That is
You should drink it.
pretty damn good.
It is. It's what, Patrick Lovely? Is that right?
It's very. It's very
quite
lovely drink.
It's super sweet, corn smelling
A lot
on,
of corn
on the
in there,
nose.
yeah.
I noticed, I thought anyway, that there was a fair amount of caramel on the swallow, if you're so inclined.
There was. It's trademark. Don't use that anywhere else. All right. When the first taste I had, it was, and I didn't know how else to describe it because again, not like Gabe. It was thick. It was a very buttery, thick original.
There's a lot. The first couple sips, kind of like you said, laid on the back of the tongue, oily, kind of that.
But feels good.
But yeah, not a bad thing.
Right,
No burn.
No, none at all.
It was.
So Dan's probably not going to like this because there isn't that lingering burn to it all, right?
Well,
But
it's probably not high enough proof for Dan anyway.
well, it's 86.6, which for a Kentucky straight bourbon,
It's about 30 points shy of where Dan wants to be.
a Kentucky straight bourbon has to be 80 proof. That's generally what they all are. So coming in at 86.6 is a little gimmick, I would guess, from Evan Williams to pump it up a little.
Well, you see a lot more of them coming out at a lot higher proof. There's a lot of them that are coming out barrel strength and not cutting it at all.
No.
Which is, I'm kind of going down Dan's path where I kind of like it. And after, you still have all of the intended flavor when the ice melts. And
Right.
Drinking it neat. I still don't know how you do it, fella, but
No kidding. And I saw a lot of that when we had the little meetup too.
yeah.
Not a lot of guys would put water or ice in any of this. And to me, I've always, there hasn't been a single whiskey we've ever had where I've liked it better neat than with some ice or water.
That also did come out of that little meetup, though. A lot of the guys who had never put water in it before tried it and thought it really opened up the flavor.
Yeah. So again, you drink it any way you like it. I mean, obviously, if you just want it neat, drink it neat, But I think it's intended to be cut. I do believe all bourbon is intended to be cut. That's just my
Depends on how good
controversial
Yeah.
statement there. But if you can find a bottle of this anywhere for under $30, it's a no-brainer.
It's worth it. It's for that at that price point. It's great. It's where it's where you would think a lot of these craft distillers would want to hit in that price point, because, you know, even the Bradshaw at $50, or some of these that are coming in at 60 or 70 or 80 that you can get that are sourced, generally speaking. To me, it's at a lower price point and coming right out of their distillery.
It's hard to beat.
It's hard to beat.
Excellent. Well, I think what we're going to try to do next week. Oh, wait, before that, Mountain West Whiskey Fest, which will be a week from this Saturday, won't it?
Yeah. Well, by the time you see this, it'll be a week from tomorrow.
Yep, exactly. So here we go, and we get to add more and more. We've added the Crooked Furrow to that list now. That's growing on the website. Has there been any others that we put on there, or any additions?
That's good. I was expecting an updated list.
Okay.
I will have to reach out. Hopefully by the end of the week, I will have that for you and us.
Perfect. Check mountainwestwhiskeyfestival.com. That's where it will all be, and you can still get the remaining tickets that are there.
We're pretty close on what's there today.
Yeah. Okay, good. So it's almost 200, maybe a little over 200 that we have there. Is that what's on the list?
No, I went through the existing list, and it was like 155 or 60.
Okay. But it's the bottles that Rob and I sneak in that bump it up to over 200.
And 10 or 12 of those are obvious. They're platinum only pours.
That's true. Okay.
And then some of those, of course, are VIP only pours too. But
God, it's going to be a fun night. I hope to see all of you guys there. Yeah. And if you do see Rob and I walking around, come up and at least say hi.
Yeah.
Don't act like, those are the guys that do that sophisticated show, because that's not the case.
Nobody will say that.
No, that's true. No one will ever do that. But we'd still like to meet.
We're moderately approachable.
Give us about 40 minutes before you come up and say anything. Then we'll be ready to go, right?
I'll be there early. So
that's true. We'll be primed by the time it all gets underway.
By the time they let the peasants in, I'll be ready to go. That's what I did at Beer Fest.
Rob just called you peasants. I didn't. Keep that in mind when we meet. Anyway, Evan Williams, Single Barrel Vintage. If you can find it, buy it. Scotch Nest says goodbye.
So this is a whiskey at work recommendation. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that. You did not clear that for me.
Really? Well, we both liked it. Isn't that a recommendation?
I would buy it.
Okay, then buy it.
Go ahead.
Thanks for hanging out with us.